Well, I wanted to put the little donate button on there, but apparently I'm not smart enough to know how to do that. So if anybody knows, maybe put it in the comments. This is weird. I thought it would be like really easy. Okay, my friend says that it's because I don't have 1,000 subs. So subscribe, please. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna close this. This is my second time streaming on YouTube, so not sure what's going on here. And really I've only streamed a handful of times to begin with. So I figured we should read some of these comments because I'm really bad about that. Sorry guys, to those of you commenting. Alright, let's see. This is very cool music, making me sleepy. Yeah, that's... yeah. Fair enough. Makes sense. I really like it. And sure, and anybody who is interested, just join the Discord. I'll see if I can put it in the about section, but I'll try to link it on every video. Try to remember. Can you give me the project, please? Not really. It wouldn't. I don't even know how to. It is specifically designed to be this game, and you could not change the, well, you wouldn't have much customization, yeah. But I am going to start making tutorials, so watch for that. Also, that was something I was going to mention. So most people they oh, that's nice of him. The most common question I get is stuff like that, and you know, can you help me or whatever. So I decided I'm gonna do some not only tutorials, but I'm going to start a fresh project and go through step by step how to get a game up and running, so people can follow along, and then it'll just be fairly simple. It'd be an RPG because that's what I like, so that should be pretty fun. It's not so again. I don't like inconsistency of the color and the damage points. Boy. let's just okay, what's this? No, it's gonna don't like the inconsistency of the color and the damage points. I prefer to be paid at first than having pay to win microtransaction. Also making the game's mounts, etc. at a pretty challenged level, like level 10. Good points. You should join the Discord server and chat more in there. And I guess we should grab a link, huh? Oh, sorry, I just realized I wasn't watching chat. But no multiplayer components on the Fresh Project tutorial thing. You know, I don't know. I think I will leave that door open. Like, I'll keep that in mind while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there could be. Did anybody like expire after never? Okay. Let's see. Does that work? Yeah. Okay. Let's just get to work here. YouTube doesn't like me enough. So, whatever. Now, let me try to set up this mess on the other screen. Oy, oy, oy. So I popped out the chat and now I've lost it in all these windows. Whoops. I mean, right? Where'd it go? Ah, there we go. Now I see ya. Oh, I think I recognize that icon. I think I've watched a couple of those. Yeah, have the games side of things, but leave the back end out a bit. Yeah, totally. That's absolutely, yeah, that's a good approach, right? I agree. So the chat, is it working pretty good? Should I move it? And also, check this out. I found this. You can customize it. That's so cool. And then you just copy the code, the CSS, and slap it in there. I don't know CSS. I basically just stick to C# and occasionally JavaScript. Well, been doing quite a bit of Java lately too, though. But yeah, that's pretty cool, and it looks like maybe I should. Maybe I don't know. Is it fine right there? Let's. Well, whatever. We're gonna try it right there. It's kind of hard to read it a little bit. So we'll go like this, and then. Yeah, I guess it's just gonna stay there for now. Okay, so I had this issue the last couple days, and I was streaming. I don't know if anybody caught it, but what I was trying to do, why is that beeping? I was trying to get the werewolf to lunge forward when you jump. However, the weirdest thing, if you look at the example code from the actual reference manual, they don't have this line, but I've always had that line, so I don't know. But it converts local space to world space, and it is so weird. This does work in this arrangement, but the way it looked like this. And so if you are grounded, then we're going to use your horizontal input on the X. The Y is 0 because we're setting the Y down here for your jump. when you hit the jump button. And then your vertical is forward and back, horizontal side to side, if I didn't say that. So your vertical is based on input. So this is either 0 or 1, somewhere in between that when you're pressing the buttons. So at this point, we have 3 numbers, 1, 0, 1, let's say. And, oh yeah, and they could be a -1. Then we take that same variable and convert it, sending itself to this method. And then we multiply it by speed and yada yada. So what's really weird is if you try to do even the same thing right here with the Z, it does not work. But hang on, let's see. Put it on the left side, it's overlap with the inspector. Also, I'm not sure how loud that music is. Let's try right there, huh? Oh, actually, let's just go like this. I mean, I like to have the inspector a little visible sometimes. I need it. And let me just show you here what the volume's at on this. Oh yeah, okay. So anywho, you can't do this. It is the weirdest thing. If you do this, the capsule will jump. It will go forward, but it will veer off to the left or to the right, and sometimes backwards. It is just crazy. So I fumbled around trying to get around this, and then today I was like, wait, it doesn't really matter. I don't need to mess with this vector 3. I could just mess with the input. So even though the input is normally -1 to +1, this is going to make it possible to be, I still don't have this set very well. So let's say you're pressing forward, that's +1, and then we're adding the number I set there, which is like a 1.5 right there. So now it could be 2.5 on the V, and that actually worked out. So, and this line is just to make sure, this is just preference. I wanted it to be so that you only lunge forward if you're pressing forward. So all you got to do is check if it's slightly over on the vertical axis. So I think I can just delete this stuff. Oh no, okay, yeah, I want to degrade it too, so that when you jump, you actually kind of slow down a little, like you lose power, you lose your strength. So this is a test project where I test things so that I don't mess up the main project. So over here, we're gonna have to do the same thing, but for real. And why was I in here? Oh yeah, got a sound. I want an animation to play when you come out of shapeshift. I made a sound for it. We'll see how it sounds. Alright, so let me just copy the code I already have here so I don't have to type it again, or should be here. Nope, I didn't put it here. Let me think. Where? Let me grab it out of another script, because I think I know how I want to do it, but let me just double check. Is crossfade? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Ooh, and I gotta make a little bit of an animation tree. That's always fun. Alright, so now right here, the shapeshift, I'm still gonna work out some effects for it. I don't know, it's all pretty new and there's quite a bit more like technical work to do, but the visual stuff and the sounds are very important too, so I'm just kind of touching on a little bit of everything as I go. So right here is the effects, there is the sound, so we will put the animation right down here. I thought I already had one, but I guess I don't. So we'll say, oh boy, do I have an animation there? Let me just check that real quick. And what do we got? Do we got an animation? We do. Sweet. There we go. So, oh yeah. And this is my first time using. Oops, I took the wrong line. Visual Studios, so getting used to a few things there. Okay, so if your current monster has an animation assigned in the inspector, then we will use it. Why would it? That's weird. I think I've got to go through some settings on Visual Studio and see what's going on. Alright, now, since this is the monster animation and not the player. Oh, no. What I'm thinking is when you come out of your whatever form you're in, werewolf form, then you're gonna play a. I think it'd be better if it was kind of like an exhausted animation, but I don't think I have that. So we'll just use the battle roar where he like goes like that. That would be better for the becoming a werewolf, but whatever. So take this. It's a really long line, but it should be fine. So this, I'm saving this string to be sent across the network. I probably don't need that so much anymore, but that way the remote knows what animation to play. So, okay, looks good. That's not right though. Oh, right. I'm going to the wrong object. Yeah. What am I? Well, I guess at some point I want both the monster and the human to play an animation. So, yeah, we'll just leave it with the human for now. Is that not a clip? That is a clip. What's your problem? Crossfade that clip. Cannot convert image clip to string. Oh, oops. Thought it needed a clip. Okay, there we go. So that is our VFX sound and animation. Might as well cap it. So let's we'll test that. I'll probably forget to assign it. And that's already kind of confusing. That probably shouldn't be there. You know what? Let me see here. I haven't used this either. Go to definition. Sounds right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So, do we have an animation in here? We do not. I want to clarify here in the code just so later on when I look back at it, I know what I've done. Thought I had monster properties in here, but I don't. So how do you navigate forward and back? Control plus, minus? That's right. Yeah. So what I want to do here, I just realized we're in the same script. So we'll just name this human shapeshift. It's just going to be a new variable. Human unshapeshift animation. Super good name, huh? Nope. Whoa. What did I just do? Man, I think my lights are even too bright. Whew. I really like them. They're actually kind of blue. Somebody was saying something about that, but they are actually blue. Not like a strong blue. Okay, so now we're going to copy that and put a new clip in here, and hopefully I remember to assign it. So that it would make sense to put it somewhere here. Probably make 2, I guess. And then get to the, now that's a little annoying. I'll have to look at the IntelliSense, I guess, because I'm used to being able to type just the capital letters. So I could type A, C, and then it would suggest animation clip. But Visual Studio doesn't want to do that for me. It's weird. Let's check it out. Man, I got a lot of stuff to look through here. I'm pretty sure I saw it down here somewhere. Maybe I'll just deal with it for now, because I really want to just get going. It was somewhere. Oh, look at that. There it is. I'm blind. Show completion list. After a character is deleted. I kind of like that. Highly matching portion completion. Doesn't have what I'm looking for, I guess. Alright, I'll get back to that. Okay, so we got our animation. Let's save that. Now, back to the problem at hand. So this kind of just turned into a big old mess. But I'm gonna copy what I had in case I need to refer to it. I don't need that anymore because I know it's working. Ew. I am not a fan of saxophone. Let me mute this for a second. Where's that other? I found one that might be good. Still having a hard time finding copyright-free music. Ooh, hopefully this isn't loud. There we go. I like Alan Watts. This could be good. Okay, so I'm gonna take the code, the old code, and put it into a new This doesn't need to be there anymore. Alright, so we're going to take from grounded all the way down. And then I'm just going to rip it apart. So. Let's start from the top here. Might be a good place to put it. Direction, time, speed, so that was the original. Yep, that's where I had it. So, character controller, that's what this is. It has a built-in detection system, so it knows when it's touching the ground or not. So that's very important when you're dealing with jump. So here we're checking if we're alive, then we use both horizontal and vertical. So your input, but if you're dead, then they're all 0, you can't move. And then we translate to local to world, multiply, good to go. I kind of want to leave this note, just, I'm going to leave that just in case I need to refer to it. Okay, so now, as long as you're not typing, then we check to see if you press the jump button, and this is redundant, checking if you're alive again, because we already did that. Well, no, we didn't. We might have somewhere else, but whatever. It's always good to have it. Okay, so now I'm just using a timestamp, which is a pretty useful little trick. You could do like a Boolean and have it go back and forth, but yeah, I'm making it so they can't jump more than like once every second, I think is what I went with. Something like that. Where did I put that box? Ow! I just kicked my computer case. Ooh! It's a beast too. It's a big old metal. It's one of those square ones. My buddy hooked me up with it. It's or they call it tough or something. Yeah, I don't know. But I think I broke my toe. Alright, so there's our timestamp, and then we got we checked to see if we're shape-shifted. And then I used a try catch because I didn't want to go through and verify each of these for their existence, exception handling, I call it. Not sure if that's exactly the right word. So here we're playing an animation. I made this leap method, but I don't think I want to use that anymore. We're in the same, no. And all it's really doing is adding a run speed bonus, so I don't know, I'll decide after I get this logic in place. So I'm just gonna push this line way out so I notice, and then I can decide. So this I called M jump momentum because M for member. And oh yeah, I wanted to mention, I'm gonna basically start doing pretty much educational videos, I suppose, because well, I'll have like 3 primary playlists. I'll have one where it's gameplay, and the game's going to be out October 31st, so 4 weeks and a little bit. And for better or worse. You know, I'm sure there's going to be bugs. I haven't had the opportunity to do a proper load test, so that'll be interesting. And my server can only handle 100 concurrent users. That's yeah. That concurrent is online at the same time. So anywho, there'll be some gameplay videos. I'm gonna have some tutorial videos on the game of how to build your character and, you know, explain some of the strategies and things. Then I'm gonna have videos that are just tutorials, and then there's gonna be this, which would be, so I guess I'm gonna have a couple playlists. This would be more like a dev vlog, and then there'll be this series that I'm gonna start doing where I build a game from scratch and people can follow along. So M is for member, meaning it's a member of this class. So I'm gonna just explain things as if people don't know, but I'm sure a lot of people watching this type of content will already be aware of things. So this one is the one that I set in the inspector. I don't think I'm on the right object, but no, I'm not. So I set that one to whatever the value is, and then this one is the one that I'm going to degrade over time so that you lose your strength. So you start real fast and then you slow down. So that's why we need two. So when you jump, we do that. And we know this didn't work, so get rid of that. And don't think I need that, but maybe. So this plays the human animation, and this plays the monsters animation, and all I'm really doing is disabling the human. So he's still there, and he probably still plays that animation. He's not actually disabled, it's just his mesh renderer, so he probably still plays it, but that's fine. Here's where I made a generic sender just to send random things, and never got around to making an extension just for jump, so that's what that does. Here's where we move up with the strength, and so some creatures will have a bonus jump. The werewolf is one of them, so it'll jump higher than a human and a lot further. So we set that, and then this is for a lot of weird reasons. I had to make my own grounded, and I'm still trying to figure a better way around that. But here we go. There's the timestamp that gets set. Okay, so that's all fine and dandy, except for the calculating. And now when you're not grounded, that's where we want to degrade, but now that I think about it, I don't know if we can. I'd have to do it different, and I don't feel like doing that right now, so we're going to leave this. This was working, just not the way I wanted it to. Nope, but we'll leave that, and so comment that, and all we really gotta do is when they hit jump, do I want to put it in here though? Let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna double check what I did over here. So, yep, and yep, and we'll just copy that actually. Okay, cool. So, this. I don't really need that. Right there. I gotta set that to put it in the correct place. I think that one I actually messed up. By default, Visual Studio, I think, does put it in the correct indentation. Okay, so we are going to play the animation, and then we're adding some speed, which, yeah, I'm gonna take that out for now. Oh, well, that's weird. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. Whatever you select, if you use the hotkey, which I changed to match monodevelop, by the way, because I don't know why they use Control C and K or U or something. Just what the heck? And it's all over the keyboard. But whatever you highlight, you can add that. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we got our jump momentum, but we will use our private one that will be degraded. Yeah. And then if I do come back around to make that degrade, then that won't need to be changed. Okay, that looks right. And I don't really think I needed this. Yeah, that's kind of goofy. Or, well, we'll leave it for now. I didn't hear nothing. Okay, save all, and don't need that. Okay, let me let this compile and check out my list. I'll probably try to keep this short also, so I can go back and look at the video and see what settings I need to adjust more. And to anybody who does want to start game developing, I got an error. Oops. The way I like to do it is just get some paper and then just write down at least 3 things, but I make big old long lists of things that you want to accomplish for the day, and it really helps you get like in a groove and stay on track. So I just go down the list and do whatever I can think of, or whatever's most needed. Alright, what did I do here? Non-static member, player, human. Oh. Okay. Did I do that? I don't remember. Oh. Oops. No, wait, that's the sound. Why do I have... Oh, yeah, that's gonna be different per monster. That's different per monster. This one... oh, jeez. Sorry, we went camping last night, and I didn't sleep very well because I was soaked. But the people I went with did not want to leave, so we just sat there with umbrellas in the rain for hours. It was fun, though, in the end. Alright. I wonder... Let me see. Does that go gray when it's all saved? No, it doesn't. Wait, I save you? I don't think I do. Oh, I did. Okay, cool. And oh, I want to do one more thing and then I'm going to test it. Okay, and I'm going to check this sound off my list because I spent like probably a half an hour making a sound. We'll see what that sounds like, and then we'll test the jump, and we're going to make an addition to the graph. Oh man, there's so many fun things to do. I don't know what I want to do next. Let's see, we are on the correct object. So here's our animator for the werewolf. Oh man, this werewolf, I don't know its story, I don't know the origin, but this is so cool. I want to show this. Whoever this artist is, he is amazing. So somebody took this werewolf, as far as I can tell, and redid it, and it is amazing. I wish I had this version. That is so cool. And you can tell it's the same model when you get looking real closely. And I've been working with it for weeks now, so I recognize it pretty easily. Mostly this pose right there, but the claws, everything, yeah. I mean, that's crazy how much better that looks with those hair cards. I got one of my good buddies, Zoran, is working on some hair cards for it, so it should look a lot cooler. And that's, man, this guy's good. Yeah, and see, that's the exact same animation. So I'm not sure where the base mesh came from, but it's too bad this guy's not selling this one. I would have bought that. That's cool. Look at that. Looks mean. Love it. Anywho. So we need a new blend tree that is going to replace this state right there. And so when the player jumps, I need like a little toy guy or something. Actually, we'll use this dinosaur that my niece gave me for my birthday when she was 2. She thought that I would like this, and it's really cool. So if we had what we got to do is, like, say you're running to the side and you hit the jump button, then your character's gonna turn and jump, but he's actually moving, and then he hits the ground, and it looked kind of like this. You're running, and then boop, and then boop. So what we're gonna do is make it so when you jump, there's a way for it to automatically know that this is the direction you're going. So we're gonna do that. What is it? I thought it was Splendry. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. And then this will be the fall tree. I call it jump fall. And the conditions would be the same, so it's basically should just totally replace this. Now we just need some motion fields. And gonna do this one. I should totally look at the human that I already made. Let's see how I did it so I don't have to fumble around. Oh, look at that mess. Ugh. So we got 5 states. So we have our normal one. I might have goofed up some of these, but I don't know. So this operates on the horizontal and the vertical. So again, horizontal is your side to side, the A and D. W and S is the vertical. So this would represent your character. If you use A, then you're going this way, and he, she will play that animation. Did I just mess it up? What did I do? Oh, I think wow. I don't think it messed it up, but maybe. There we go. So, I think you'll even see it right here. Too many programs, I forget how to do things. So if we go to the left, it's a -1, and he rotates, and you'll see the little red dot moving. So these are really cool. My good buddy Chris showed me how to use these, the blend trees, and that saves you a lot of work. So we just need a forward, and then we got a left, a right, which apparently I didn't bother naming that one, because pretty sure that's to the right. Yeah. Oh no, I know what I did. Yep, okay. It's fine. Okay, so then we got our diagonals. So I'm gonna, this is the easy way to do it. We're just gonna copy this. Yeah. What am I thinking? So we'll copy that. Then step over here. Grab our werewolf. Down there. Now, paste that in there. Don't need that. And I'll play with the speed later. So now we basically just need to swap out the animations. And these values, it takes a second to figure out how you want those, but yeah. Okay. Now the thing is, I only have the one jump fall. So here's a little trick. What you gotta do. And that's the original clip. Okay, so we got this, which I should be able to get a preview like that. There we go. There we go. So it's not great. I just tweaked the animation that it came with, so I need to work on this one, but his legs totally need to move more. But I don't have a rig, so that's really annoying, rotating bones. So what we're gonna do, if I'm gonna do it, I should do it now, but it won't be too big of a problem. Let's see. So you take the animation clip that you want and you use Control D, and it will duplicate just the clip, not the FBX file. So let me get these, start with that one. So this one is our forward, and that's 0, 0. And then when x is -1, we know we're going to the left. So we're going to make this one jump fall left. Ah, man, I'm itchy. I shaved my head today. I think got hair all over me. Yeah, let's see. Now all we got to do is rotate, and I can't remember which way we rotate it, so let's look at this one. Wait, one of these is rotated. Did I do it in the other thing? Might have done it different. That's the animation. Okay. Thought that's how I did it. Let's just keep going there. So we're on the right controller. We're going to put jump fall left in there. And there's the vacuum. Now, if we click on this, we've got our rotation right there. So I think it would be, I think it's negative. Let me see. If we took a cube, the axes and a lot of controls are actually the same in Unity and Maya. So I'm just going to check in here and look at the channel box, and I want to use discrete rotation, so I'm holding J. So we've got our forward is the blue, and if we're talking his left, then we're gonna go that way, so it's positive. All right, got it. Positive 90, there we go. And then we're going to duplicate that again, and then just flip it back the other way. And then we'll duplicate those again for the 45 degree. Because I think I need those. Maybe not though. I mean, I have them on the human, so must have needed it for some reason. I forget so much because it's like once I get the thing I'm working on done, just I don't even stop and think about it. I just move right on to the next thing. So then I end up forgetting how I did stuff. Okay, we got our left, we got our right. Now when you move the slider, you can see. Good, good. I'm not sure why that's. Well, I think that's right. Now, I do want to see these. See, I think what I did on this one, I must have went through the animation thing, which, if I did, that's pretty silly. I don't know. But it's way easier to do it the way I'm doing it right now. Oops. Oh, I passed it. So we'll take these and Control D. This will be our diag left. I'll copy that, and this will be our positive 45, right? Yeah. And this is our diagonal right. Okay. Looks correct. So now we're gonna go. Wait, what was it again? should be the right side. We'll find out. Okay, so if he's going forward, and then you start using the left key, then yep, that's what he, yep, okay, so that is correct. And then if you go right, yep, yep, yep. Ah, and if you're jumping backward, that's a problem. That might be actually what I did there, because these would probably blend themselves. Yeah, that's why, I bet, yep, that's why I had it reversed. So this actually should go there. Yep. And you can see, so this would be holding your right key. Oh man, is that wrong? And walking backwards? Ah, it is wrong. Huh. So I had it right the first time. So if I'm holding, I think. We'll find out. Alright, now. Go back to 0. Now we just gotta hook it up. Let me see what conditions. Just grounded. This one is not interruptible. When these are checked, it has to play the whole animation. So, make transition to the new one. Leave those. I might tighten up the blend, the transition duration a little. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. Nope, not that. Wait, is that what I just looked at it? Man, I need a nap. Okay, so when that's false, then we go there. Because otherwise, if it's true, that would be like if you're jumping uphill, you immediately hit the ground, so you'd be grounded again. Now, let's do this one. So that one is interruptible. And from the movement, so if you're walking and you walk off a cliff, then you enter the fall mode. So that makes sense. Make sure I get the right one. And interruptible. There we go. Yeah, I think when I stream, it's still kind of nerve-wracking for me, so I do worse than I normally do. I feel like somebody's looking over my shoulder and analyzing everything I do, which I guess kind of is like that, but hopefully these videos will help somebody. Let me go back to that other. This one, this music is pretty sleepy. This one's a little better. Okay, now we're gonna look at this one. We got interruptible, is grounded true. Okay, and Yep. So now I'm gonna get rid of this one. I had it at 0.4. I might put that back to 0.4. Interruptible, grounded is true. Let me see how that's blended. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll see. I feel like it needs to move a little though. We'll find out. And that one, I still haven't checked that one out. I'm going to use this same animator for different monsters that you can shapeshift into. So I do have a crossbow tree, which will be for, I'm thinking like a skeleton archer, something like that, but definitely not the werewolf. But it won't hurt to have it there. Okay, so now we've got 3 things to test: the jump, the fall tree, and the unshapeshift sound. Let's do it. I think this is what deters a lot of people from game development, is there's a lot of work, and then after, what's it been, an hour, then you can test. I mean, that does depend on your project, but once you get a project that's really big, a lot of code and stuff, then it's just the way it goes. But I still think it's fun. This part takes entirely too long. But whatever. As long as it works, right? Let's see. The tab. I'll have to mess with that. Okay, here we go. So make sure we didn't mess up the normal jump. And yep, okay. Now we're gonna shapeshift. So that's the shapeshift sound, and then we'll hear the other. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That took me a while to make that, but I think that sounds pretty good. And yeah, the animation. See, I knew it. I forgot to assign it. I always do that. And if I do it right now, it'll just forget it. Okay. You don't know. I don't know if that's a lag spike or if I just crashed it. Okay. Just a lag spike, I hope. Oof, what is it doing in here? Something's wrong. But the jump seems to work. And the wait. No, that works too. Okay, good. Ugh, what is the deal? Okay, there's something wrong. Maybe I'll reset the server. Something is goofy in here. Stop it. Stop the game. Wow. That's... Okay. I'm going to call it good right there and debug this situation. Okay. See you next time.